I let my back hair grow in my. Okay, I don't think I can preview at 1080p, which is fine. But all right, we're just gonna start this. Let's go. Let's start the live event, baby. What's going on? We got lots to talk about today. Y'all already know what we doing. We talking at E3. We're talking hell. Oh yeah, okay. So now it's 1080p. We're good. All right. Of course, we'll have the luxurious Christian join us in just a bit. He's currently getting ready and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Getting prepped. But how we all doing in the chat? How we doing, lovelies? It's great to see you all, as per usual. It's great to see you all. Now, let me do a couple of things here. One of them being, of course, we're gonna share this link around the block, making sure y'all know what it is. Making sure y'all know that we are live. You feel me? We're live. We're live. All right, bet. I got this here, bow. All right. Let's share this in here. All right. We got some interesting things to talk about, lovelies. Interesting things to discuss. You know what I'm saying? Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. But how is everyone's weekend going? How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good old day. You know. I hope everyone's okay in good health. You know. You know what I'm saying? Before we even started, I did we hold up. Let me just do this real quick. All right, bow. Beautiful. That link is shared. Beautiful stuff happening here in the background, boys. Beautiful stuff. Twisting Devrol. After doxing so many people, yes, E3 is dead. Yeah, we will discuss all of that stuff. And mainly, we're going to discuss a specific rumor mill article that came out last week that is pretty much detailing what's going down with E3 2020. But we will get to that when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we will definitely get to that. Let me share it in one more place, and then we should be okay. You know what I'm saying? But how's everyone's day going? Most importantly, how is everyone's day going? Everyone's good. Did y'all eat a nice breakfast? Did y'all, you know, shower perhaps? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, make sure y'all shower. You know, Omen. Why I say Omen? Owen, the boy. What's good, G? My boy. How you doing, my guy? Mm. Mm. We got Starks on Discord. What do you say? Um, when I jump, and make sure also, lovelies, to of course be in our Discord link in the description, as well as our Twitter, and if you want to listen to our long form content, including this episode. In this podcast of Crossstruggle, make sure to check out the Anchor link. I'm looking here. I should be looking here. Anchor link in the description where you can listen to our long form content in audio format and podcast format. You know what I'm saying? We're on Google Play Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, all the good stuff where you can go and listen to our luxurious voices in audio format. Who's hyped for State of Play though, boys? Tomorrow we are here at about an hour before. Tomorrow we are here live, and I will be making the link available to after this episode. So I will be posting the link to our State of Play stream, boys. Be there with me. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's gonna be great. You know. Yeah. So I am excited for well, everybody. Like, bro, I can't wait for State of Play tomorrow for real. Yeah, I'm gonna say I want to do Mr. School. Omar's too. Oh, you already hear that? You already know what that means, boys. You already know.
Oh,
Ooh, we got the blue LED lights in the background.
I do, and I'm gonna move that sweatshirt so it doesn't ruin the frame.
I like the ooh, I like the Persona 5 artwork in the background. The stream cannot see your camera yet, but we're gonna definitely put it on when we roll into the main episode. Fire. Fire. But I mean, what have I been playing? Really just Borderlands 3. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 after that. And I think this week, Christian, I believe I'm going to delve into the new Apple Arcade
Ooh,
and
interesting.
check out a game called Sonara Wild Hearts, or
Yeah,
what's
I
it
think that's
called?
coming to Switch too,
It is. It is coming to Switch.
as far as I've heard. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Oh damn. Well, that changes things. I mean, I could wait for the Switch, or I could just have it as my phone game right now. Like that'd be cool. I haven't had a phone game in a while. The last phone game I had was Bury Me My Love, which was like in March of this year. Like it was like March, April. I was playing that, so it's definitely been a while. What's up, U.S. Army 916 SCP? That is a lot of letters and numbers in your name, but I appreciate you coming through to the stream. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys also tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm probably gonna start about 15 minutes before, and we will be doing State of Play. It's gonna happen, boys. Cannot wait. And then right after that, not that y'all need to know until Wednesday, the next day, but me and Starks are going to be doing a live breakdown after the State of Play. Not like live for you all. I mean like commentated. Look at the trailer and what we see with Last of Us Part 2, and that will be this week's Road to Part 2. But if you want our thoughts leading up to this whole thing, make sure to go check out the bonus Road to Part 2 that we put up on Sunday. That was supposed to be this week's episode, but then we figured out halfway through that, hey, this would have already happened if we posted it on Wednesday. So, yeah, all that good stuff. But, Sayonara Wild Hearts. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's Sayonara Wild Hearts. Yeah, that. Kevin.
So,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, sir. Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, I had to stay a little later at work today, so apologies for the slight delay.
Yeah, and then I don't know if we will update the lovely people on Twitter or on a separate video, but we are changing the schedule of this Cross Circle podcast for the academic season that we're in right now. So things are going to be changing with that, but
I would say the academic and work schedule,
absolutely, yeah, both.
or not even work. I meant academic and sorry, what am I saying? The academic schedule as well as the fall release schedule. Because that's going to play a factor in what we're doing too.
Indeed.
Before we start, is my audio all right? Because I know last week we started a little low.
You're, according to my levels, you are sounding pretty good. I'll let the chat confirm. But I believe last week it was definitely a me issue. I just had your volume low on OBS.
Okay.
On accident. So I think that was the issue last week. But according to OBS levels, you sound pretty okay. You sound in the realm of acceptability. But I will let chat dictate that. But, I mean, do we want to just roll into this, Christian? I mean, like, let's go.
I have one thing I would like to say, but I don't know if I should save it for when we roll in, or do we want to talk about it now?
What's the topic at hand, I guess?
It's about a game that I messed around with this weekend.
Okay. Huh. What's the platform of game, I guess I should say, or ask.
PS4.
It is PS4.
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, I will let you make the call. Do you want to do it in the pre-show? Do you want to do it in the official show?
We can roll it for the show if you want, because I feel like no matter when we talk about it, it's going to take up the same amount of time.
Okay. Let's roll the intro then. Why not, shall we, lovelies? Wait. The intro's not working. Oh my god. The intro's broken. What happened? It was just working. What happened? Oh no. Oh god. Hold on, boys. Yeah, this is the file you're supposed to play, OBS. Right here. Right here. Right there. Yeah, there you go. Chip!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 53 of Cross Circle, the official podcast for PlayStation Source. I'm your moderator, Christian Buckley. Joining me this week, as usual, is Kevin Diaz.
Good morning, salutations, good afternoon. Why I say good morning?
Good morning. It is 5 p.m. for me at the moment.
Yeah, it is 2 p.m. for me. I don't know why I say good morning. I meant good afternoon, lovelies. How you doing today? How you doing? What is?
Are you asking me or the chat?
I'm asking everyone. I'm asking everyone. Christian, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing good.
Doing
good. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just had a burrito, the fastest burrito I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Funny story about burrito. This is literally a quick interjection that has nothing to do with gaming at all. Mm-hmm. But I was out at a club like 2 weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like 2 a.m, club's up, everyone's leaving. All my friends are about to, just go home to their separate Ubers, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, like, I'm hungry. And I know I don't have any, like, hot food in the apartment. I'm like, man, I need some food, right? So I'm just walking around. Mill Avenue is the strip that's in my town of college, where, all the clubs are at. And look, and I see this burrito place open late night. I get steak burrito, some rice in there, beans in there, It was, quite honestly, one of the best burritos I've ever had in my life. Don't know if it's because I was drunk and really needed some food, but it was a triple A status, triple S tier burrito.
Interesting. Very good.
Absolutely.
I usually go chicken.
Chicken.
I'm a fan of the grilled chicken from
you.
most Mexican eateries. But
I feel you.
Kevin, I mentioned in the pre-show while I wasn't eating, I mentioned there's a game that I was playing this weekend I messed around with.
Okay.
That I made myself appear offline this weekend. Okay. I did not say almost anything about this to anybody.
Huh.
Because I wanted to reveal it to you live.
Oh, God. This is going to be good, boys. Okay.
As of last night.
All right.
I am 17 chapters into Uncharted 4.
What? Yo! Let's go!
Yeah.
Yo! Oh, snap. Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Wait, so you okay, spoilers, this is a minor one. So you got...
Be careful, because you might not be there yet.
This is not... No, you have if you're on chapter 17, you have definitely gotten to this part. It's very early in the game. You got to the PS1 part. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
I did get that spoiled for me, unfortunately, beforehand.
Oh, tragedy. Well, the attic scene...
I love that. That was such a nice touch.
So good. I'm telling you, bro. Uncharted 4 is good. Very good.
I really like it, yeah.
It's great. Oh,
having a great time.
Ooh, I like that. I like that you were playing that. I dig it.
So... I booted it up Friday, because the thing is, my Switch is gone still.
Right.
Link's Awakening was supposed to drop on Friday. It did drop on Friday, and I was going to be playing it this weekend.
It's a tragedy.
I had nothing to do, and I was like, looking at my shelf, booted up my PS4, messed with the Modern Warfare beta a little bit.
Right.
But I was like, I think I'm going to play Uncharted 4. This feels like the right time. I was waiting for the right time. This felt like the right time.
Fire.
17 chapters in, very much enjoying it.
I forgot
We'll probably finish it tonight. I believe it's 22 total.
22? It sounds about right. Yeah.
So as soon as we're done, I'm going to hop back in there.
Oh, you're going to love it, dude. I was actually talking to Billy this weekend about how before the PS5 comes out, I do want to play all the Uncharted one more time. Because I haven't gotten a chance to play the remastered versions of 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
So I definitely want to do that, and then do one more round of course, and try the 4, and just do them all back to
Yeah,
back. Yeah, definitely want to do
I
that.
did starting my freshman year. I have been platinuming the Uncharted series.
Mm.
As of right now, with 4, the plan is I got to do 2 more playthroughs after my main one because I've found pretty much all the treasures so far
Right.
without using a guide or anything.
Mm.
So that was lucky. Next playthrough, I'm gonna run through on easy, clean up the kills
Right. Right.
that you have to get with the weapons, and then
Yeah.
try to beat it in under 6 hours. And then maybe a year from now, I'm gonna go through on crushing, get that platinum, then move
Mm.
on.
Mm.
So
Uncharted.
I thought I'd mention that. To update you
Beautiful.
on that. What's
Cause you
happening
already
now?
know, if I would have seen you on the friends list and seen you playing that, I would have been messaging you already, bro.
I know.
Oh man, oof! And you were playing. So you told me the whole time when we were texting on Saturday. Wow, didn't even
Yeah, pretty
mention
much.
it. Damn.
Well, Saturday actually, I was playing a lot of Modern Warfare.
Oh, okay. Deal.
I
I see.
probably, if I played Uncharted while I was playing Modern Warfare, I probably would have beaten the game last night.
Probably beating it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I.
but
Oh, dude. Yeah. God, the ending of One Try 4 is really good. Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go.
So Lost
But
Legacy
yeah.
happening soon.
Oh right, you haven't played Lost Legacy, huh?
Hmm.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Omar says, "Are you going to platinum The Last of Us, Jacks, like the Jack and Daxters, and Crash Bandicoots?"
So actually, I'm already chipped away a fair amount on this. I have Jack 1 and Jack 2 platinumed. I have the
Mm.
Uncharted trilogy platinumed, and I have Crash 1 and 2 platinumed.
Fire! Look at the fire! This
So no
man
Last
really
of
out
Us yet.
here.
That's a pretty beefy multiplayer trophy list. Uncharted 4, TBD, and then Crash 3. Whenever I want to go insane again, I'll do that one.
Mm. Mm.
So
But Uncharted 4 wasn't the only thing you were playing this weekend.
it was not.
You were,
I played a handful of things actually.
yeah, you played a little Modern Warfare beta.
Yes. I would like to. Do you want to have a discussion about Modern Warfare right now, or do you want me to do a quick run through Batman? Where are we
Whatever you
feeling?
want.
Because
Whatever
you
you
didn't play
want.
the
Whatever.
Batman event, right?
No, I did not play the Batman event. I did not play the
Okay.
Batman event. I did not, unfortunately.
I'll breeze through this real quick, and then we can have a discussion about Modern Warfare. Because I feel like Modern Warfare, the theme I want to talk about with Modern Warfare, also ties into our E3 conversation we're gonna
Okay.
have.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, first up,
Right.
Batman and Fortnite.
Mm.
I have not played Fortnite since like May or June.
Yeah.
I've played maybe one match across the entire summer. But obviously, huge Batman fan. Happy 80th birthday, Batman. It was Batman Day last Saturday.
Happy birthday. Wasn't it this Saturday that just
This
passed?
past Saturday, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Not like
21st.
Yeah.
So, data miners found this at the end of last week, but there was a Batman event that I believe is still going on right now in Fortnite,
I think it is
where Tilted Towers is now Gotham City.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a bubble around it, if you go there, you automatically get redeploy, and your redeploy is the Batman cape,
That's hot.
which is very cool.
I like
There
that.
are 3 available skins. 2 come in one pack. It's $20 for the Dark Knight skin and a comic book Batman skin.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a Catwoman skin that was in the shop. I believe it is now out of the shop.
Mm.
That was 15. But I think it's a neat little event. I played it for maybe an hour with a couple of my friends, grinded out the free challenges. I got a Catwoman glider now.
Right. Okay.
Um, basically what it does is the entire theming of the event outside of the challenges that they give you in Gotham City being in the map is there's 2 special items. There is the explosive batarang,
Right.
which for all intents and purposes is a grenade that just has a more direct path of travel.
Uh-huh.
And there's the grapnel gun.
The grapple gun? Grapple
Yes.
thing? Okay. Gotcha.
Works the same way as the plungers do, except when you do use the grapnel gun, I believe, anywhere on the map, you get redeploy from it.
Oh, okay. I see.
So-
I see.
It's a cool event. I'm tempted to spend $20 to get a Batman skin.
You haven't
Uh-huh.
gotten it yet.
No,
I
because I'm
I
trying.
thought you would have done it. Dude, I mean, it's Batman, though. Like,
Right.
these aren't going to stay forever. Like, they will be gone out of the shop. You
Right.
know.
I'm sure they'd bring it back eventually because, like, I got that Star-Lord skin. There's no way that was a one and done. That's going to come back eventually. Um, but yeah, it's a cool event. I recommend hopping in. It's free. You can get some cool rewards from it if you grind out the main challenges. I think you have
Right.
to light a couple bat signals that are spread across the map. You can defuse a few Joker bombs that are around the map. You get some cool spray paints, a cool little icon emote, not like a dance emote, and some spray paints, some loading screen title cards. But it's cool. It's a nice celebration of Batman, and it's getting me excited for more Batman.
Now, I know this is completely not what you would expect me to bring up, right?
Yes.
But speaking of more Batman, would you
This
like
was
to
what I expected to bring up, actually.
would you like to break down the whole hullabaloo, right? Because I've been seeing some murmurs, I'm seeing some things. Court of Owls keeps being brought up, right? I had a coworker break down for me in a nice little thesis statement what is a Court of Owls. So now I'm not fully aware, but I know what it is, right?
Right.
How do you feel about all
So
this?
I think if you do not believe that a new Batman game is getting announced within the next 25 hours, 26 hours, I'll say, because I don't know how long that Xbox event is going to go, you are foolish. You
It's
are straight foolish. There is evidence.
There's too much evidence of it. There's too much evidence at this point. There's just
So
way too
if
much.
if you're not familiar, basically, over the past few weeks, there's been some teases from former voice actors, specifically Roger Craig Smith, who voiced Batman in Arkham Origins. He said something to the effect of, "Super excited to not talk about this project that I'm totally not working on. I can't talk about yet because I'm under NDA." And then I believe one of the animators from WB Montreal tweeted at him, and they said like, "Oh, not too much longer now." So people were like, "Okay, this could be a number of things. This could just be friends talking."
Right.
But then on Batman Day, WB Montreal tweeted out a picture of a building with a bat signal on it. Obviously, they've worked on Batman in the past, so they want to hop in on this Batman celebration. It's Batman Day. The creator
Mm.
of the Court of Owls, one of the highestly critically acclaimed Batman stories of all time, which came out in the 2010s, early 2010s. So it's a fairly recent addition to the Batman lore. The creator of the Court of Owls quote tweeted that Happy Batman Day post from WB and said something along the lines of "It's coming soon" or like "Not much longer." Hashtag beware the Court of Owls. Hashtag Batman Day. Immediately deleted the tweet within the span of maybe like 5 minutes after tweeting that.
It's happening. It's happening, boys.
Today,
Mm.
as of like 3 hours ago, the WB Montreal Twitter account, which is unverified for some reason on Twitter, tweeted out this cryptic black background, white image of some symbols that were like fading between each other. You can also find these images in some of the tweets that they were posting for Batman Day of just like the buildings and stuff. They're hidden in there. And if you're familiar, I guess, with any interpretation of Batman, you know about the League of Assassins and how Ra's al Ghul
Mm-hmm.
is known as the Demon.
Mm.
One of these images did look specifically like a demon crest. Not a demon crest that I've seen in the past, but it definitely was a demon head inside of a circle. So,
There's a lot of
later,
evidence here. There's definitely a lot. Oh my,
to wrap it all up,
oh my God, there's
the
more?
official verified WB Games Twitter also tweeted the same thing.
Mm.
Tomorrow there's a state of play. Tomorrow there's a Inside Xbox. It's getting announced tomorrow. There's no way they're teasing it this much, this condensed from Saturday to Monday, and not showing something tomorrow.
So now, here's the thing, right?
Yes.
If they announce this as state of play, do I have liberty to call you on the phone?
I might be in the
During
middle of a screening, so I will let
That's
you know.
very upsetting.
Yeah,
That's very. I will interrupt.
I know.
I will
I'm
interrupt
sorry.
the
I'm
conversation.
trying to see if I can reschedule something, but it's
Nah,
not
nah,
looking.
nah. It's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna have hella fun. State of play. Christian will be with us in spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if I hadn't played all the Arkham games, I was like, okay, cool. Cool for the fans that Play the Arkham games out loud. But now that I have experienced the greatness, if I may, that are the Arkham games, I'm
Yes.
very hyped. And plus, even more hyped. Even though this is not from Rocksteady, like this is not what they're doing. This is nonetheless WB, which of course Origins came from,
Right.
and Origins to me had the best boss fights in any Arkham game. Period. So
And I've heard
I'm
that
hyped.
sentiment from a lot of people.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And I guess to wrap it all up, if you're really not convinced, 2013 was Arkham Origins.
Indeed.
It has been 6 years since WB Montreal has released a game. There have been reports that there was a Damian Wayne-based Batman game that they worked on that was canceled. Some concept art leaked of this earlier this year, a
Okay.
couple months ago maybe.
Okay.
So let's say that was being in production since Origins. Maybe it got scrapped in 2015,
Right.
2016. That's still long enough to produce a Batman Arkham game. We got that formula set up already. We got the cast lined up.
Right.
I know game development is not easy, but we're all in the swing of things this generation. I feel like it's about to end. So
Indeed. 2020 is gonna be crazy, dog.
yeah,
2020 is
so
gonna be insane.
I bet whatever this thing is, I'm sure we're gonna get a date for it. I'm sure it's coming out very soon, within the next 8 months probably. Cherry on top, I'd love to see them release Arkham Origins remastered
Yeah.
by the end of this year,
I really
maybe
want
around
that.
Christmas time because of the story. Because that game is stuck on last gen.
Ooh, that's a good idea, Christian. Christian, you really just made me. Wow. Ooh, around. If they stealth. Look, walk with me. Walk
Mhm.
with me, okay? We're streaming the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley's on stage doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Stealth drop, Origins remaster for the
Would be
Christmas.
amazing.
Oh my god, bro, that'd be such a good way to do that.
Because it's WB though, and because of this generation, with all the Mortal Kombat controversies and the $40 Arkham Knight season pass and the microtransactions in Shadow of War, I could very well see them tie the chance to get Arkham Origins into either a season pass or a pre-order for the new game.
Ah,
Because we saw Ubisoft did this with Assassin's Creed 3 and Far Cry 3, I believe. They threw those games remastered in the season pass. You could buy them after the fact, but there was a window there.
yeah,
So.
yeah. Oh, I forgot all about Far Cry New Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that, whatever.
Oh, sorry, I think it was set to Far Cry 5.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Far Cry 3 was definitely tied to Far Cry 5 pre-order, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% that was right.
Was New Dawn this year?
New Dawn was this year, dude. That's what I thought about. I'm like, man, I missed it. I just missed it. I missed it.
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna go back to it, quite honestly.
Yeah. Well,
Probably not. It's shit that sailed, but
Far Cry, unlike Assassin's Creed, I feel like is a franchise that hasn't changed much. No, it has changed.
What has changed, Christian?
Call of Duty.
Indeed.
So we talked about the Call of Duty pre-release demos a couple times already. We talked about the alpha. We talked about the last beta, last episode.
Yep. Weekend 1 of the beta.
Mm-hmm. So this weekend, I was able to put in probably about maybe 2 to 3 hours
Okay.
of gameplay for Modern Warfare. Shout out to Omar. Played a few rounds with him for a while. But I have to say, as someone who the last COD game I played was World War II.
Right.
My first experience with Modern Warfare, this version, was Gunfight. Gunfight, while I didn't necessarily enjoy it, was blown away by the presentation, the sound, and it felt very new for Call of Duty.
Right.
So come this weekend, I was very surprised that my impressions overall was that it was just more Call of Duty.
That's super. Like, I know you told me this before over the weekend.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, huh? Like, I mean, I guess from my perspective, right? Like, the more I play it, the more it does feel like a traditional COD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I still feel like I cannot play Modern Warfare, at least the beta, the way I play Black Ops 4 or World War 2 or like it. My playstyle is definitely changed in Modern Warfare. You know what I'm saying? So like I guess to me it feels a little bit more of like a newish type of experience. But I love to hear your thoughts as well and like your like reasoning on that.
So I did play quick play for maybe an hour,
Okay.
but most of my time I was spending in Ground War, which is the 32v32 mode.
Yep.
And I think where I landed on from some discussions with Omar and from you was that I think it's cool that COD is doing this as far as like stepping up the scale of things.
Right.
But between the battlefronts, the battlefields, the Titanfall even, and battle royales this generation,
Uh huh.
I feel like that's kind of the new standard. So COD finally coming to this and making it the Call of Duty take on it, I felt was going to be more drastic, especially after everything we've heard about Modern Warfare being like, we're doing a hard reset. We're like reimagining what it means to be called Modern Warfare,
Mm-hmm.
tackling it from a new perspective, being super serious about it, but we're not being political. But um, the gameplay is evolving.
Right.
Because Black Ops 4, I did not play. But from our discussions, we talked a lot about Black Ops 4 last fall. My takeaway from our conversations was that Black Ops 4 was doing interesting things with the COD multiplayer to make it a contemporary, just something like an Overwatch in the terms of having the class-based aspects and the no health regen and the abilities, which sounded interesting. It sounded like COD was changing to not follow industry trends, but like tackle industry trends COD's way.
Yep. I agree.
With Ground War, it felt like personally, it felt like the map was no larger than any other COD map that I've ever played on, but it definitely was.
No, like, it was definitely huge. Like, and you played a lot more ground war than I did. You know, like I think I only played a match or two, to be honest. And I just like I knew. I mean, I liked it. I just wanted to play Borderlands. Really, that's all what it came down to. Was that like I had a block of time, and I kept thinking about Borderlands, so I went to go play that. But so I guess because overall, okay, so like from my corner of people that voice their opinions on Call of Duty, right? They were very much positive of Ground War, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a multitude of reasons. Like they enjoyed just how how expansive the game mode felt. You know what I'm saying? But and also like I've been hearing that like a lot of people can easily get nukes in that game mode. Like it's very easy to get a 30 kill chain in that mode at least. But so overall, I guess like did you enjoy playing Ground War? Because it's definitely different than the past Ground Wars. Because like Ground War and past CODs were just like, hey, 9v9. There you go. Cool. But this one, it's 32v32. There's tanks involved. There's different like ATVs involved in the game and stuff like that. You can choose where you spawn, everything. How'd you feel about it?
So again, the closest thing I can compare it to is Battlefield, because Battlefield has always had big maps. They've always had vehicles. They've always allowed you to spawn on your squad mates.
Yeah.
I was honestly really disappointed because I found the best option for me playing this mode was sniping. And I was like, this should work because it's a larger map. And it did. And I had a good time sniping. And I was defending for the most part, I was usually defending the two closest places to where I was usually sniping from.
Okay.
Because it's essentially a 5-pronged game of domination.
Yeah.
Because
there's 5 flags, correct? Is
right.
Yeah, okay.
And 2 HQs, one on each side.
Right.
Sniping was fun. Like it does feel like Call of Duty. Like that's what I'm signing up for here. I want to have a good feeling time shooting things in a video game. I will play COD. But it's weird because I feel like they're making some concessions where I expected them to be trying new things after seeing gunfight. Most notably, the thing that stood out to me the most was the presentation. So I'm playing on a pro.
Right.
Draw distance was like kind of bad on this map.
I noticed that as well. in my
And
only 2 rounds, I saw a lot of texture pop in and a lot
yeah,
of
me
like
too.
very very wonky. Like I'm like, huh, like I don't know if like the current COD engine, even though they say it's a new engine, they always say that, but I guess they put a little bit more emphasis on this new engine, you know. But
For the way
all, go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for the way I was playing, the thing that got me the most with that was there was several times where I almost unloaded a full clip of my sniper into someone that was not marked at all. I was like, oh, enemy. They were on my team, but they were too far away to be represented as being on my team.
Oh, I
So I
did.
wasted like most
Wow,
half my sniper ammo.
that's unfortunate.
I thought I
That's
was missing, and I was like, oh, they must be moving like very like smallly, or like these hitboxes must be insane now. But like, nah, they were just on my team, and the little blue bubble was not there.
wow,
So
that's
that was the
insane.
that was the standout because like gunfight was like so intense and it's almost like intimate because it's 2v2, very small map, but like it's open enough where you feel a sense of danger. But and that felt new to me for Call of Duty, like the
Hmm.
speed of that thing, the intensity of it. Because with COD, it's always just like live, die, live, die, live, die, live, die. Gunfight again wasn't a fan of it, but it was something new.
Right.
This is also something new, but it feels old and stale at the same time
Interesting.
because of the visuals, because I feel like I played this before in other games, and I think because honestly, it's just domination plus two at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I got it. So like, I think what you're saying is that like because we've experienced something like this in the ilk of Battlefield, right? Like, because there are very clear parallels that you can draw with the two. At least in this specific game, and it's called I think Conquest in Battlefield. If I'm not, is it called Conquest? It's called. There's a mode that is essentially what this is in Battlefield.
Mhm.
I think it's called Conquest, but I could be wrong on that. But because like essentially the mode is very similar to that, is that what kind of like made you kind of have like a not like necessarily negative because I don't think you said you hated it, but like a kind of like a like underwhelming feeling. Is that kind of what
I,
I'm gathering?
I think it was a combination of a mix of I've seen this before,
Right.
but I was just like underwhelmed
Okay. I see. I see.
because I was expecting Call of Duty, the big name shooter, top tier, bestseller every year, that huge Activision budget behind it. I was expecting it to be like an incredible, and again, it still is a beta. It's coming out in a month though, so like I don't know how much they can realistically change or improve upon. But yeah, I think at the end of it all, I was just like, it's more COD, and like
Mm.
that's cool, but I'll wait until you do this to Black Ops because I'll care more about that.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't Treyarch right now. I don't know, man. Black Ops 4. There's a lot of issues with Black Ops 4,
Right. And
and
like it's hard to nail down what happened there, because there's conflicting reports. There's like
yeah,
Activision is the one who wanted to strip the campaign and Treyarch adapted, and then the campaign that they were planning might be actually in Black Ops 5, and that's what the push is. So
yeah,
it's hard to
yeah.
lay down judgment for
It's a
me.
whole thing. Yeah, I mean, for me, just to quickly end the bar for talk, like for me, like the biggest takeaway that I love the game so far is I think the feel is there. Like the way like the game feels overall, like it is. I like this feel.
Yeah.
I like this feel, and like even like Black Ops 4 to me felt like ever so slightly awkward to play. You know, and like I'm not sure what it is because like I love the CODs that are made by Treyarch, as you do as
Yeah.
well. Like for me,
Mhm.
Black Ops 1 is my favorite, probably always will be.
Yeah, me too.
Black Ops 2 still had that feel. 3 still had that feel. Before there was something off about it, but with Modern Warfare, like it feels to me a little bit like I'm playing like Modern Warfare 2. Like
Yeah.
it's the closest I've felt to Modern Warfare 2 since Modern Warfare 2. You know,
Yeah.
and
And
that's why I'm like I love the way the game feels so far. Yeah.
and I think your point of like at least it feels really good to play. I think the reason I'm not super impressed is because Call of Duty always feels good to play,
Mm.
for me at least. I
Yeah,
always
yeah,
think
I see.
that easy to pick up and play. I'm satisfied when I get a few matches in. Um, I'm not like super in the know of like the specific tweaks to mechanics or time to kill. I just know it feels a little shorter than I'm used to. Um, but yeah, I think it's just from all the talk, and again, this might just only be campaign based, but from everything I heard about bringing Spec Ops back, making this Modern Warfare universe that exists within the one disc of the game, I feel like I was expecting parity on the multiplayer the way they were talking about the campaign.
I see. Gotcha.
So, but to back up what Omar is saying and to back up what you were saying, guns feel great, guns sound great, sound design is amazing. The animations for every gun that I use, stellar. Like
Yep.
the presentation in that aspect is there. It's just in the specific experience I had in 32v32, it was lacking. But quick play again just felt like it was a new Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand.
Yeah. I mean, overall, like, obviously we can't make a judgment on, like, if this game is gonna, stand the test of time. That is, how long will the COD community, like, actually enjoy this outside of the release date. But overall, I feel like, generally speaking, the community is happy with this game.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, like, that's just what...
Especially after last year.
Yeah, like, definitely that's what it's feeling like,
Yeah.
That, like, overall, the consensus is positive. There are issues. And, like, even some that I thought deeper about, but those are such minute things that, like, we don't even have to bring it up. But I will say.
So what about you? I just want to get your closing thought on this. I know you've had a good time the last couple betas, or the last the beta and the alpha.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of time this weekend, or did you just mess around?
Nah, I did not get a lot of time in the weekend too. I know me and Starks played a little bit. I think it was Friday afternoon or Saturday afternoon. I forgot which one, but we played for like an hour. No, it was before work on Friday. So like it was like about an hour or two. We played a little bit. It was just like, to me, like, I felt that, all right, like, I would rather divvy up my time now to Borderlands 3, just because I wanted to get a good grasp of it on weekend 1, and they did address and make changes in weekend 2, which does indicate a positive, hopefully a positive notion of them really being quick to making changes, but, and I know that was something that we kind of were like, you probably shouldn't have with the minimap, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, issues, like, there was an issue weekend 1 where if you threw a Semtex at a door, the Semtex would never explode until someone opened the door, then it would just randomly explode. So,
man, I wish they kept that in. That
dude,
amazing.
I was using that. I was using that to just set up traps for enemies to come
good.
It was so good,
great. I love
but
that.
they fixed it, So, like, there's a bunch of other things, yeah. I think they messed with Claymores a little bit here and there, but in terms of, like, issues of the game, they seem to be upkeeping, and I know, like, that's kind of a thing that we see with all betas, but hopefully it's an indication that when the full game releases that they'll be kind of, keeping up with the issues and stuff like that. But
so I asked you this question last week. I'll ask you again.
Okay.
Has your opinion, hype level, interest for Modern Warfare gone up, down, or stayed the same after this weekend?
Stay the same. I feel like
last week it did get tempered a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I feel like I'm at the eye doctor where it's like left, no, 1, 2. Do you know what I'm talking about when you get eyeglass testing? For, like,
I've never
eyes?
had that happen because I have 20/20.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this freaking guy. Look at him. But, and, I don't know how to segue.
So, it's funny because I was expecting, as we just talked about, I was expecting COD to drastically change.
Right.
And Gunfight gave me that impression, and I was carrying that into the beta. Another thing that seems like it may be changing drastically, but actually, if you look into it, doesn't sound super crazy, is E3 2020.
E3 2020. I do have a Push Square article written by Robert Ramsey. If you'd like, it's a quick read. Would you like me to read this to the class?
I want to give a little explanation first.
Okay.
And then we can hash out some details, because I do have a Game Daily Biz article pulled up as well.
Beautiful.
So, if you're not familiar, I think Game Daily Biz is the one that broke this story last week.
I believe it was.
Some people got their hands on a leaked presentation PowerPoint from the ESA, and if you're not familiar, the ESA is the organization that puts on E3 every year.
Mm-hmm.
This the headline basically suggested that next year E3 is going to be about the influencers, the crowds, making it feel more like an event, which scared me personally. And I was like, oh my, just cancel it.
Because you were very negative, at least when we were not like super negative, but like, hey, like
Right.
this doesn't sound like something that I would want to be down with, you know?
Yeah, like I audibly groaned when I read that.
Yep.
I was like, oh my God. This morning, because I didn't look into this much yet. This morning I was listening to the Easy Allies podcast, and they were actually going over some of this article.
Okay.
I didn't get to listen to the whole conversation, but they did have a few things in here that sprouted my interest.
Okay.
Specifically, Kevin, have you ever heard of the word Qtainment?
Qtainment. I did hear about that regarding this story. Is that where you're in line and like there's
Yes.
stuff to keep you busy in line? Okay, cool.
So
Gotcha.
I guess the biggest takeaway that I saw was that the ESA is putting a lot more pressure on publishers to make E3 better rather than the event holders organizing the event to be better. Qtainment is basically saying, since lines are so long, bring more things so the people in line have fun waiting in line.
Right.
As opposed to, the ESA providing more space for more monitors. That could just make the lines go faster.
Very, very much so.
They want it, like, we know Nintendo makes, like, fun booths, There's always some cool statues. Resident Evil did the RPD last year. Or this year, actually. No, last year.
And apparently, this is completely off. Well, not completely off topic, but I'm sure you're aware of Daniel Dwyer. No clip.
Yes.
They did an E3 doc. Don't know if you watched that. If
I
you
did
did,
not.
very very good documentary on E3 2019 and like how it's changing and stuff like that. But he talked about how the Nintendo booth and the Fortnite booth had the best carpet, the best feeling carpet. But that's just because he brought up the booth. I was like,
That's
I remember
funny
the
too,
carpet
'cause,
thing. Yeah.
One of the shows Easy Allies does the past 3 years, they went around ranking all the carpets.
Really?
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh my god, so funny. I didn't hear about that until he said it. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about the carpet thing, but go ahead.
So I guess the conversation starter is that I don't know where to start unpacking this, because like it's there's pros and cons to this new way. There's definitely, I think there's a new boss at the ESA. There's new blood in there, and this is their way to tackle E3 to make it improved, I guess.
Right.
So I guess the positive thing is that there's going to be a day that is industry only,
Mm-hmm.
where press and influencers are able to go how E3 was back in the day
Yeah.
and not have to deal with public crowds. But then the following 2 or 3 days would be everybody's fair game.
Right.
So that's a bonus, I guess, But like,
yeah.
if the onus now is on publishers to like spend more money at a show that doesn't really help them out as much anymore, I'm curious what's going to happen here, because Sony already backed out, and Sean Layden backed out because I'm pretty sure in his interview he was like, I don't like how E3 is turning into a festival showboaty thing that's not about the content anymore.
Yep. That's essentially what he said. 100%. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, I do like the notion of having a dedicated day for the press, for the media,
Yes.
for those that, like, cuz that is definitely all right, like do what you need to do, because I don't like that was a big thing that they were talking about last year, well, this year technically, with E3, where they just felt like it was a bit overcrowded, but also there was a lack of things to experience at E3 at the same tone. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a weird double thing that was happening, at least from that standpoint. But
Yeah, and as far as I know, this year there was a lot of extra empty space because Sony was absent,
yeah.
and Xbox was in the Microsoft Theater this year, right?
Yeah. So they weren't even at the Staples Center. Yeah, no.
So-
they were across the street.
Right, there were lots of vendors in place of that, and then just like some open air stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they didn't just get more stations set up. It might be a power problem, but like ESA, find a better venue if that's the case, Because I think they also said they want to plan to have 10,000 more people than this year.
Yep. So what's more, quote, the ESA has reportedly approved of opening E3's doors to an additional 10,000 members of the public, boosting the total number of potential attendees to 25,000.
Which is ridiculous.
That sounds insane. I mean, you know what's really kind of like not I guess sad. I'll say sad, right? Is that, even though not all this is going to be 100% the worst thing in the world, right? But I will never forget E3 2013. Where they first teased Uncharted 4. We got the infamous PlayStation 4 price, and that morning Xbox showed theirs that was $100 above the PS4. The whole trading games debacle, like seeing all that live, like it was incredible. Like I still love E3, right? Don't get me wrong. I feel like everyone here still enjoys E3 time. Like
Yeah.
It's our Christmas. It is our time where everything is on what is going to be for gaming in the next calendar year and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I've always wanted to go to E3. We even conversated about like, hey, let's do it, like for real, like let's make it out there. But if it's shifting more to like this, like I can't help but like be like, I don't know if I would actually want to go, or maybe because they're making it more geared towards the average consumer, that would entice me to want to go. But everything they're saying, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When you said you want to know what's sad, I thought you were gonna say this. Like E3's always been this mystical thing to me for like the first or like the before I like really started getting into the industry stuff.
Right.
E3 was always the coolest thing because that's when all the information came out. Like the press conferences were a little more boring back then, and like some were gross, but like it still felt magical and like there was an air to it,
Mm-hmm.
Like you mentioned, I believe this was the 2013 E3 where they re-announced Final Fantasy Versus 13 as 15.
Oh, I had no idea.
That also rolled into the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's hot.
I think that was 2013. That year was great. 2015, obviously, we had Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Shenmue 3 all in one.
Yep.
Year after was God of War, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 7.
Fire. So much fire.
I think 2016 E3 PlayStation might be my favorite thing I've ever watched from E3. It's up there. It's top 3 for sure.
Dude, PlayStation did E3 so good. So good.
Yeah.
So
and then
good.
they bungled it, and now they left. But I'm glad they left, because that's like the next thing I want to talk about. Do you think this news causes more publishers to pull a PlayStation and just pull out of E3, have their own digital event, and just go directly to consumer and cut out the ESA altogether?
Yeah.
I mean, because like,
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Nintendo is like an in-between because they still present at E3.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, people still enjoy the Nintendo floor. Like, it's still relatively easy to get to where you're going there. But they have their Direct, and the Direct is like, you're saving so much money producing something like that.
100%.
To stay to play a Direct.
100%.
So I'm really curious if like Xbox follows suit or Stadia. I know Stadia does their Connects, so like, are they gonna just stop doing stage shows like they did at GDC?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see like Activision or Ubisoft sticking around since they're the bigger names, and then E3 just turns into third party. I really don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what you think about that.
I mean, here's where, if I were in charge of everyone, all right, this is how E3 is gonna go, right? I think everyone should do a in between, right? So what I mean by that is that do everything kind of like how Nintendo does, where you have your own separate thing, and we as the gaming populace, right? We still, like, at least in our heads, at least to me, right? Like, I still refer to EA's, even though they're EA Play, even though they're not technically in the E3 umbrella, it's still
Still E3.
E3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
It's
exactly. So
across the street the day before. It's still E3.
yeah. So like, I feel like everyone should have a state of play type style, direct Xbox, inside Xbox. Yeah, that was called
Yeah.
inside Xbox, State of Connect, and everyone EA Play, Ubisoft, whatever they want to, showcase a live dance thing for Just Dance, whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
everyone does that, um, before E3 actually starts, and then they maybe treat E3 as like a supplement to if. But then why would people? Well, people would go to play what they've shown previously at those separate, direct. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know
It's
if that's
funny.
enough. Like, I don't know if that because I don't know if I would want to go.
See, it's funny
You
that
know
you
what I'm
bring this
saying?
up as well, because in this presentation from the ESA, one of the options is a digital ticket to E3. This is something they've thrown out there,
Okay.
where you spend money,
Okay.
like me. I spend however much money on a ticket, on a voucher,
Right.
and I get a package of several demos that would be shown on the show floor.
Ooh.
But again, this is the ESA just talking,
Yeah. I
and it
don't
would
know
come down to the
if
publisher preparing a demo that is polished enough, um,
that's
making
tough.
sure that the entire game is not be able to be unlocked from this demo. Like making sure that it's controlled enough. Which I feel like the second you send something out there, it's not controlled enough
That
because
there's so
like
many
we see,
variables. There's so many
yeah,
variables.
there's people
There's
that
so
can
many
data mine
variables.
demos.
Yeah.
There's things that like people find from patch notes of things. So like a full demo for a game that's maybe a couple years out.
I mean,
I don't.
the prospect of even like having like like if that hypothetical digital package, right, were to come to PC,
Mhm.
that code is going to be sift through. Like
Exactly.
people will be out here literally looking at every line of code to get every single leak they possibly can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On top of E3 itself being Leak Fest this year alone. Like, you know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I mean,
and I mean, go ahead.
I mean, while that does sound cool, I
Yeah.
feel like that just I have a hard time seeing that would actually happen. Even though it'd be cool, it'd be dope. That
Yeah.
sounds like a great idea. But there's just too many variables. Like I mean, those on stage demos are so controlled,
Right. Exactly.
yeah, and like even the show floor demos, like those are mad controlled. You know?
Yeah. Like, how many times have you listened to E3 impressions from any media outlet, and they're saying they're like, "Oh, the Nintendo rep was like, go here, do
Yeah.
this, try doing this. Don't go
Yep.
that way. You can't go there."
Mm-hmm.
So like, if there's not somebody there, like I feel like that's just extra work because you have to prepare the demo to be
And
very
polish it even more.
restrictive.
Yeah.
There's still the risk that people could break things down. I just think, as cool as that would be, where we are right now, I don't think it's feasible.
No.
And it really does make me curious. Omar did mention um, in the chat that would it be possible for Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation to form a new era sort of event
Mm.
where it is you're cutting out the middleman of the ESA.
Right.
It's these people working together to do something that fixes the problems that people have expressed with E3 recently. Um, Again, when I was listening to the Easy Allies podcast, they suggested potentially one Jeff Keighley could be the one to step up.
I was about to say that.
And
I was about to say that.
because we saw he just did Gamescom opening night live,
Yeah,
which
he
is a
did.
new event that he created. Obviously, he's the Game Awards, and he's very involved with E3. He does E3 Coliseum for YouTube Gaming,
Yep.
and he managed to get Reggie, Sean, and Phil on stage.
Yeah. Iconic.
So like,
Legendary.
I'm expecting some interesting news over the course of the next few months about E3, of people either backing out, some new thing forming, or something. But I think that this whole leak is kind of like, it just smells desperate to me.
It does. It does. And like also I kind of feel like I don't know. Like, do we need E3 to be this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, cause I feel like PAX is kind of what this is. You know, like I attained PAX more of like, all right, like it's more of like a social type of event where the focus is like what you love, being surrounded by what other people love, playing the games that you love, right? As opposed
Yeah.
to E3, you know, in its past form, you know, not what this article is suggesting, but like E3 is definitely more of like the informative conference. You know, it's for
Yeah.
the all right. Like here is a look at gaming for the next year and year and beyond. You know, like
Right.
here's what it is. You know,
Because
but
man, as cool as Nintendo Directs are, and as hype as they are, and as much as I am in on these state of plays, I love a well-crafted press conference.
100%, hundred and
And I
ten
feel
percent. I'm
like
with you. I'm with you on that.
losing those will be sad. I love if PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo did agree on something. They each have like a tight hour-long presentation with like more of a hybrid, of what we've
Right.
been talking about, kind of
Uh huh.
integrated. Also, I feel like that's a nice middle ground. We're being very idealistic here. I don't know what the logistics of all of this, but as far as I'm concerned, over the past week, Call of Duty did not change much, and I doubt that's going to hurt them. E3 sounds like they're changing drastically, and I think this might be the last year we have E3 the way we think of E3.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely so like that's what I want to still persist. Like those well crafted press conferences. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's been a while since we had like a really really good press conference. You know what I'm saying?
Xbox was the highlight for me this year at
Yeah,
E3.
they definitely seem to still keep the most closely to how E3 used to be for
Mhm.
across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I mean, I guess here's to tie it back to us, right? I guess here's a big question, right? Because some people have asked me this, and I think they're kind of crazy to even pose this question. But do you think that PlayStation will ever come back to E3?
That PlayStation will come back to E3.
Yeah,
Um, if they do, not in any fashion that resembles the way they used to.
yeah, yeah.
I could see if E3 continues to live on life support and it makes enough buzz
Life support.
of people like going there and things making a difference on their games,
Right.
and they choose to not do PSX in the future. I think they could do their state of plays similar to Nintendo, and then have a few booths set up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's not. If I were betting on it, I would probably say no. They are not
Right.
coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
While Sean Layden is still alive and in office, I don't think they're going back to E3.
Because he definitely took a lot of shots in that. I think it was an interview.
Yeah, it was the Greg interview at PSX.
Oh my God, you're right. Wait. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
And I guess closing out, because this is something I want to talk about,
Mm.
and I'm glad that you segued here.
Okay. Okay.
Will there be a PSX in December? And if there is, I'm saying that they will not be at E3 again in 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Do you
feel.
agree with me that they're probably not coming back if they do that?
I agree with you that they're probably not coming back at E3, but I do believe and hope that there is a PSX. But do we know the latest time they've confirmed the PSX for this year? Like, do you remember? Like, because it's September 23rd as of this recording, as of this live stream, right?
So the last PSX was 2018, right?
What year is it? No,
It's 20, no,
it was
2017.
2017. Yeah. It was 2017.
I'm going to do a quick research.
Because I feel like they would have said something, or are they about to announce it tomorrow at State of Play? Like, hey guys,
See, that's
catch
what
us
I'm
up.
counting.
Yeah, like catch us up at the end of the year after the Game Awards. We're doing PSX. It's happening, boys. Get lit. You know.
So my whole reasoning is they said there was that comment. We don't have to dive into this discussion, but there was the comment from Sid Schumann that said we're not talking next gen.
Yeah.
Then the trailer, there were the masses of people, and then after they hung on the date, 5 more people ran up. So like using the
I
number 5, PlayStation
I
5.
heard that too. Yeah, I heard.
So they may not talk about next gen tomorrow, but they could very well say, "See you in December at PSX, where we're talking all about the PlayStation 5."
Yeah.
Um, so it looks like I'm getting that Sony 2017 PSX looks like it was confirmed around November.
Really? Omar in the chat says that got PSX 2017 got announced in June of that year.
In June.
Yeah. I don't
Okay, then I'm
I don't know what's true and what's not. And why is
um
people calling me in the middle of this podcast? I swear to God.
it was announced today. This was written November 7th. It was announced today that PlayStation Experience 2017 keynote will be held on the evening of Friday, December 8th. So Omar, one of us is wrong,
Don't know which one.
but I do feel like it was later, and even if it was June, I feel like September is still enough notice.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they announce it now, I do definitely want to try and go.
Oh, PSX?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a valiant attempt. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but I'll make a valiant attempt to actually go. You know?
All right. Well, yeah. So I hope PSX happens because I really don't think that PlayStation is going to E3 again.
Nope, not at all.
And the influencers are to blame, apparently. Of course, whatever ESA is calling.
Wait.
They didn't even call it E3. Didn't they call it like Industry Influencer Festival or something like that?
The
Fan Media and Influencer Festival.
Oh god, oh my god. That just gave me chills. I don't like that. I don't like that. But Christian,
Yes.
where can the people find you?
Before that,
Oh,
I
sorry,
was
my
wrong. July 6th was when 2017 was confirmed.
bad.
So, thank you for asking me that, Kevin. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Chris N. Buckley. You can also find me on Instagram at Chris N. Buckley. And starting next Friday, not this coming Friday, but next Friday, a weekly review of the Skywalker Saga
Let's go.
on youtube.com/joyclicks. We're starting with episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Fire.
So watch that within the next 14 days and hear the review October 4th.
Heck yeah.
What
Beautiful.
about you, Kevin?
You can follow me at the KDays1-3, Twitter right here in the lower third. You can see my Borderlands 3 screenshots I've been playing through. You gotta love it. All my opinions. But also make sure to keep it back here tomorrow. After this live stream goes down, I will be posting the link for the State of Play tomorrow. Wrecking State of Play. It's going to be crazy. Road to Part 2 this week also will be a breakdown of whatever this show Last of Us Part 2 related, whether it be a trailer or a gameplay segment, probably a trailer. Me and Starks are going to comb through that like, quite honestly, psychopaths. And we're going to be doing that whole thing. So definitely, that one's going to be definitely more of a video-oriented episode as opposed to an audio one. But we'll still try to make it audio as possible. But definitely check out and keep on the lookout for those. And keep it locked here for tomorrow. Watch Stay and Play with me. All that good stuff. I believe Billy as well. I believe Billy will be with me too. I think Starks, maybe. I'm not sure if Starks is, but I know Starks will definitely be with me after. But get hype. I can't wait for Stay and Play. I can't wait.
So before we sign off, since I will not be here tomorrow,
Okay.
there are definitely 2 things I want to mention about State of Play.
Okay.
There might be 3. I don't know
Okay.
yet. I haven't thought forward enough.
Okay.
1, I think it's a surefire bet. Last of Us Part 2 is getting its date here.
100%. There's
There's
no
also
way
the media event tomorrow. There's no way that we leave tomorrow without a Last of Us 2 date.
100%. I agree.
Which I believe is February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm believing February. I think you're spot on with February 28th.
Yeah, me and Starks, our official bet is that Starks took my initial bet, which is Valentine's Day. I love that release day if it is. But I took 28th. And the rumors apparently out here are saying 28th, so it should be good.
And historically, I don't know how much I've said this on the podcast, but I've been waiting to replay The Last of Us until the day and second they announce the release date for 2.
Yep.
Which is part of the reason I want to finish Uncharted 4 tonight. So
Okay.
that way tomorrow I can just hop straight in Last of Us.
Right.
The other thing, obviously, Batman could show up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
People think that Harry Potter game that leaked might show up again.
Ooh, really?
But Kevin, I want to again because I'm in the middle of Uncharted 4, and
Okay.
I'm really having a great time. I love Uncharted.
Okay. I like this already.
I'm kind of believing your line of thought
Okay.
that I believe Santa Monica Studio,
Sandy.
San
Yeah.
Diego.
Sony San Diego. Yes.
I'm starting to be more on board with the idea that they are a dedicated Uncharted studio now.
It's gonna fucking happen. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I don't know.
So I just want to put it out there. Like 1950s or 1960s Sully Uncharted game, please, from them.
Ooh, we're talking.
So
Wait.
like back in time, like pre-Drake, get Sully up in there, his heyday, being a treasure hunter.
Oh my god.
I feel like it'd be a good time.
I mean, there's a multitude of ways that we can go about this, and I'm pretty sure you've been spoiled by the Uncharted 4 ending, so they could go.
Yeah,
Wait,
there's a lot of things they could do,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they're definitely an Uncharted studio now. Because there's no way they're gonna let this die.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way they can let Uncharted just kind of just no.
I want both of us to just put out there
Okay.
the word Uncharted will be spoken during
What?
the State of Play tomorrow.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking flip, dude. Okay, is that your like crazy high prediction? Cause I'll throw one out there.
I mean, Batman's locked in, I think. Last of Us date locked in, but some Uncharted game, something, it's gonna happen.
Okay, what's my crazy hype complete? I mean, consistently doesn't even have to be said. My crazy hype moment is an Infamous remaster, but that's whatever. I say that a billion times a day. Who cares? What's another one I have? All right, this one's pretty insane. Okay, as you've probably been aware, if you've been listening to Road to Part 2, you're very much well aware of this, right? That there are murmurs of a beta for factions for Part 2.
Oh yeah, I've heard these.
All right. If that happens, I'm actually going to cry.
I mean, hey,
I'm going to quite literally sob. Quite literally. You know what I'm saying?
well, these are exciting things. I'm
I'm
excited
so
for whatever happens.
I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be lit. Make sure to be with me, boys. Let's go. Watch me cry. If I don't cry, then oh well.
All right.
We'll see. But
So until tomorrow and until our State of Play, as always,
greatness awaits.
see ya.
Yeah.